कभी कभी टेक्निकल इश्यूज हो जाता है and you do not understand how to troubleshoot. You all were waiting and so here I was waiting. So that was the main problem. Everybody was waiting somewhere, but we were not coming to a conclusion. Anyways, so some glitch is always there. You cannot blame technology for it. So yes, good morning everyone, and we are starting the class with what are the weaknesses of these personalities, what are the drawbacks, and how are they as leaders or in a commanding position? How do they take orders when they are the subordinates? A structural personality as a uh, CEO or as a manager, or a structural personality as the subordinate. What 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 are they like? What is he like? What does he expect from people? What are the weaknesses and what skills he need to work on? So these things we are going to cover. And you must keep your pen and paper handy because you have already identified your personality trait. All those students who identify themselves into this structural personality. So we are going to discuss structural today only. We are not going to discuss all of them one at a time because you need to understand your plus points, your minus points, and what are the things that you need to work on. Sometimes in interviews you get stuck. Like what areas do you feel you need to improve and why? Here you get stuck. For example, if I ask Pratik, so what areas do you think you should be improving on? First thing you should decide is what is my personality type. If you will know his personality type, he will know which area he has to improve instantly. Because this is what we are going to discuss today. And we talk about what are your plus points. How will you be in a starry role when you will be the star of any organization? When you will be the top boss of any organization? So what things will you be expecting from others? You in the top position, in the driving seat. What things will be expected from you if you are in the obeying position? You are obeying, you are taking orders. When you are taking orders, what are you like? What are your drawbacks? Which even you might not know what are my drawbacks. Let's see. So, anybody here who is in the structural personality? Even if you're not, you need to take down each and every drawbacks, plus points, minus points of any personality. The reason why? Because it will give you a backup of vocabulary. And vocabulary is something which makes your content rich. Whether you are speaking or making a presentation or writing, vocabulary cannot be ruled out. So yeah, sharing the screen with you. The structural personality type. Yes, if you think this is my personality type, it's me, my type, the structural type. In my starry role, it means when I am in the top management, the CEO, the general manager, the person who command. What are the what are they expecting? So I expect everyone to follow the rules and regulations. Now, naturally, if it's your company, if it's your startup, or you are in the topmost position, the senior HR or the general manager or the HR director, whatever, the top position. So you will expect everyone to follow the rules and regulations that you will be putting up. So if you have made a toshi, if you have made a rule, you would like people to follow the rule. You expect that people follow the rule. Like even in CIMAGE, there are certain rules and regulations put up by Director Sir, and he expects that each one of us follow the rules T, to the T completely. And if anybody is not following the rule, they are counseled, something which is not liked. If you put up a rule and nobody is following it, then it gives a bad feeling. So in my sari role, I expect everyone to follow the rules and regulations. I expect you to do what you say you will do. Okay. This is another thing. If you made a commitment, so I expect you to do what you say you will do. It means expect that you will do things as you said, as you committed. Third, I set up and implement predictable systems. It means you set up and you implement also predictable, something which can be predicted, which can happen. And you trust proven authority. It means you trust the authority that you enjoy. Proven, something which is proved. The authority which is proved. I tend to see the world in black and white. The term black and white means written. If you say, okay, if you join a company and if you say, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do that, I'll do this by five today, I'll do this by the end of next month. Fine. But support it by in a written statement. It means you would like to see your commitment in black and white. And in black and white means something written, something which has meaning. Here we're talking about written communication. Since this person believes in structure, he or she, I expect a time tested and proven establishment. Okay, this place is good. This place is suitable for this project. Something which is time tested, proven. So this is good. The establishment which is thought to be found to be good. I learned best through memorization, recall, and drill. What does it mean? A person who's in the top in the top position, sorry, they learn best. They are the best learners. How? They learn through memorizing. They don't forget things easily. Supposing you are the in the topmost position and you have given instructions, you will not really forget what instructions you have given. So you in your study role, you will learn best through memorization, Recall, it means thinking back, recalling, and drilling. Drilling means exercising. Exercising, drilling, or recalling. I run efficient meetings with an agenda and on time. It means periodical meetings. I run efficient meetings, meetings which is going to give good results, or which is going to give productive results. I run efficient meetings with an agenda on time. I value roots and home. I value I value root and homes. All right, sorry for the disturbance. Starting again. Hello. Yes, sharing it again. So when you are in a study position, you learn through memorizing, recalling, and drilling. You run efficient meetings with an agenda on time. I value roots and home. It means the roots. It means the beginning, the initial stages. They do not forget the roots, and they do not forget from where it started. The roots are important to them. Why the roots are important? Because it is because of the roots that you share a bonding. You know what is happening, what has happened, what has proven to be good. So you value roots and you value home. People in the starry position, they dislike people who question authority or do not obey. Naturally, if you're in the top position in the starry role, you dislike people who question authority. For example, uh, yes, Abhishek, if you're in the top position and you have made this rule, you will not like your subordinates to ask you, now why you have made this rule? You will not like that. People who are working under you, if they question you, if they question your authority, you will not like that. Or people who do not obey. For example, there's certain rule which you want people to obey, and if certain people are not obeying, you you do not like that. Just like any other thing. I may insist on procedure for procedure sake and not be responsible to need. It means and not be responsive to need. You may or you may not be responsive. You may insist on procedures for procedures sake and not be responsible to need. And not be responsive. So procedures, how it happened. What are the proceedings? Like when you are making a research, how did you come to this conclusion? You use the past to guide me into the future. People who are in the starry role, they they think about history, what happened, and what was successful because of it. What did not, what could not be successful because of certain things. So they use the past to guide me into the future, or I use the past to guide me into the future. History makes you wise. How past events can guide you into the future. You did this, you studied for 5 hours and you did not do well. You studied for 6 hours and you did well. So next time when you want to do well, you will not study for 4 hours or 5 hours. You will study for 6 hours. Because this has given proven results. Right? So in my study role, these were the things which I expect people to follow. Now to communicate with me, if you want to speak to me, if you need an appointment with me, make a big production about. It means there has got to be a large agenda to communicate with me. Make a big production about. Concrete facts. It means do not just walk into my cabin just for the sake of walking and saying, hello, good afternoon, sir, good afternoon, ma'am. So if you want to communicate with me, you have to come with me concrete facts. Do not just walk in just for the sake of walking in. Like you're sitting in the faculty, like sometimes it happens, you're sitting in the faculty room, and many times it has happened, some new joinee, a new faculty, suddenly he stands up and says, I don't know, I would like to have a word with the director, sir. When we ask him, have you been called? Has he asked for you? If he has not asked, think twice, because he is not free all the time. So you need to have an appointment to meet him. You cannot just get up and go inside the room. And when some people have done this, they knew what happened. So to meet the person, यही पूछते हैं कि आपको मुझसे कुछ काम है, मैंने आपको बुलाया है क्या, कुछ काम है, नहीं ऐसी ऐसी. So you need to seek an appointment. Even we've been working there for more than 8 years now. Even when we have to speak, we make sure that he is free. We send in word to the counselor. If sir is free, would like to speak. But then sir is always very kind. And anytime you want to speak to me, you can come, WhatsApp me. But then, so if you want to communicate with this person, the structural personality who is in the top position, you need to have concrete facts. Details proven reliability and track record. It means you have to prove these facts. This happened, this happened, this happened. And then this was my decision. And I did this. The proceedings, inclusion and belongings. It means everything has to be detailed. This fact, this figure, this is included, and these are the things which belong to this fact. Predictability. I don't change easily. To communicate with me, talk about predictability. Like if something is predicted, talk about it. And I don't change easily. They stick to their words, they stick to their protocols, and they don't ever change easily. Like once if they say this is going to happen, that it's a full stop. You cannot go beyond that thought. So when you want to communicate with me, you have to be organized. You have to have that increased efficiency. Like these can be sentence openings. Like if you want to, if you're asking for vocabulary, you can being organized has helped me in a great way, or increased efficiency. This project calls for increased efficiency. This is, of course, your personality. Plus, it is giving you the update of vocabulary also. Ownership, which provides a sense of stability. So you have to own this ownership. This is my project. For example, yesterday, well, no, some time back, you have to take about responsibility. Okay, this was the once there was this. Um, it was let me remember. Yes, Rangoli competition. So nobody was talking about it. So I thought, yes, let us talk about it. I made a proposal on your behalf, and I went up to director sir and asked him, "Can we start with the? Can we have this Rangoli competition?" So with to every proposal, he has never said no, and he said, "Okay, go ahead with it," and then it happened. So you have to take responsibility, ownership. I wanted to communicate with him about this proposal, so I took responsibility and ownership also. Punctuality, important to them. To communicate with them, you have to be punctual. Like if you've taken an appointment at 5 o'clock, be there by 5. Cooperation to reach. You need to be cooperative. Like when you're working in an organization, you need to cooperate with each other. You cannot work alone. You need to have a group. You are given a group, and you will have to work in a group. And you have to talk about not personal goals. You have to talk about organizational goals. To communicate with me, you need to be certain on your part, certain on your path, certain on your words, committed. And keeping commitments is expected. Low risk and safety, there should be low risk or actually no risk, and things should be safe. And come up with a well thought out plan. So you are in the top position, and you, if you want people to come to communicate with you, you have to take these things into account. Pretty soon you'll all be working somewhere in about 6 months. So these things you have to take into account. And come to communicate with me, come with a well thought out plans and systems. Like giving a proposal on a soft skill workshop. There was another proposal on a soft skills or grammar workshop or whatever. It has to be well thought out, planned out. This is how we write a proposal, and then we submit. Right? So when I'm the director, when I'm the leader, I am formal and I clearly define roles. So when you are in the starry role, there's a difference between when you are in the starry role or when you are in the director's or the leader's role. So when I'm the director or the leader, I tend to be formal and I clearly define roles. This is to be done, full stop. This is not to be done. This project will be taken care of by this person. This is the HR club. This will be managed by XYZ. This is a spiritual club. This will be managed by, so they are very formal. So, sorry, when I'm in the director's role, I tend to be formal and I clearly define roles. When I'm the director, I'm demanding. This has got to be done. Keep the organization on track. Because if they are not demanding, if they do not keep the organization on track, things will not work out. So they are formal, number one, formal, and they clearly define roles. They are demanding. They keep the organization on track. They focus on getting the right things done in the right place at the right time. It means delegating duties, keeping the organization on track, focus on getting the right thing done in the right place at the right time. Give the specific details and relevant information to reach specific results. It means they are persons who not only give directions, but they give specific details because you want things to be done in a proper way. They give feedback that focuses on getting back on course. They believe in each person. They believe each person must earn appreciation. It means everybody should, each one in the organization must do his part of work, his bit. For example, we are in a college where people have different roles. The English faculty, the IT faculty, the management faculty. So each one of us, we all given different roles, and we all must earn appreciation. It means we all must do our work in a proper way, which is expected from us. So, what do I need? Let us sum this up. What I need, I need to be given authority before I will take charge. Supposing you are working in an organization and you have not been given an authority, so what do they need? What do I need? I need to be given authority before I will take charge. The person who will be the director or the leader needs a planned, structured, stable environment. The person needs to know the rules. If you are joining as the general manager or you are joining as the manager, you need all these things. You need to know the rules. And that's it for today. And the next hours we'll see when I am when I'm being directed, when I'm the follower. I'm stopping this now, right now.
Ma'am, attendance.
Yeah. Before I talk about the attendance, what did you learn? What is your takeaway from today's class? A person in his starry role, a person in his. I know this is too lengthy, and you may not, you may come up with some conclusion. But once I'm done, I'm just sharing this so that you can understand these things better. The best will be to uh, choose your personality trait and start making presentations. So if you are in a Pratik, let us talk to you. If you're in a starry role, if you're in the structured personality, what would you expect from others? Number one. What was number one? That you make rules and you want people to follow it, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So think about the things. Let me ask you, are you in the structural personality? Structure is important to you? The place, environment?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good then. Think about it. These things are to be classes on, these are classes we take on a regular basis for management students. Personality. This is a complete chapter for MBA students, but I thought of giving it to you because I do not know after 3 months where you will be, so you will not get a chance to learn this here. So I started this out. All right, then stay back for your attendance.